Hey guys, this is Booster, and we're coming up on the 2018 Supercross season, and I just thought I'd give some of my opinions on who I think will do well, what I think the top 5 will be, what their strengths and weaknesses are, and just overall, that sort of thing. So overall, we'll start this list off with what I call my wild card pick. That's the guy that could do something but might not do something. And that guy is Cole Seely. Now, Cole Seely has been up in the premier class for a few years now. He started the same year Jason Anderson started. And if you guys remember back to when they were fighting back and forth for the 250 West Championship, he was right there with Anderson, and Anderson really kind of stole that championship from him.
He's right there! He goes right into him! Takes out the front and takes the lead away! Oh, and Seely tries to respond, and the win goes to Anderson! He timed it absolutely perfect!
So, Cole Seely, he's coming into his own. I could see him taking the next step, but then again, you never know, he might not. So he's a guy who I could see potentially jumping into the top 5, but you never know. Number 5 on my list is Ken Roczen. Now, Ken Roczen, he was Tomac fast last year before Tomac was Tomac fast. One of the positive is he looked super comfortable on that Honda. Now, if we went back a few years and you saw him on the Suzuki, he didn't look quite as comfortable, he didn't look quite as smooth, and he definitely didn't look as fast. You stuck him on that Honda and he looked like an absolute different rider. All of a sudden he was fast, he was smooth, he was extremely confident, to the point where I would say he was overconfident, and he was just destroying everybody. Some of the negatives on Roczen are that he crashes, and he crashes a lot. If you remember a few years back, he was right up there with Dungey. I mean, he wasn't too far off of Dungey's pace, but he had a few setbacks, he had a few crashes, and that set him back. And then I believe his year was ended early. And then we had last year where he came in and he looked overconfident, in my opinion. He looked like he felt like he was Superman and he could go out and do absolutely anything on that bike. And if you look at the results, he crashed, he messed that arm up. So coming off of that, is he going to have the confidence to be able to stay up front? Maybe. I mean, all the overconfidence he had before, possibly now he'll be right where he actually should be, but will he be able to have that speed, and will he be able to maintain that aggression that made him such a dangerous rider before? That is yet to be seen, and that's why I have him down here in the number 5 spot. Number 4, I have Blake Baggett. Now, Blake Baggett came on strong in the outdoors. He had in the outdoors this last season what I would call pre-injury Roczen confidence. I really like his aggression. I like how he goes out there. I like his speed, and I like his confidence. So we've got him at number 4. The only negative that I've got on him is I've never seen anything out of him really showing that he's championship caliber in the indoor setting. So we'll see what happens with that. That's why we've got him ranked number 4. Number 3, we've got Marvin Musquin. He's already been crowned the heir apparent to the Baker's factory. This is the guy they're saying is going to take over Dungey for Dungey. He's got the torch handed directly to him, and he seems to be the guy. He's fast, he's smooth, he's been winning absolutely everything since the outdoor season ended. This offseason, he's been just winning everything. Now, granted, that wasn't against Tomac. Tomac was kind of knocked out or whatever in the Monster Energy Cup, but he's still been beating some pretty stiff competition. He's been coming out just ahead of Jason Anderson and some of the other guys like Dean Wilson. You know, these are no slouches that he's been beating in the offseason. But can he go and beat some of the, like the Eli Tomacs that are out there racing? We have yet to see if this can actually happen. One negative that I see out of Musquin is that he doesn't have the same aggression that the other riders have. When he goes through the whoops, you can see he jumps through a lot of them. He doesn't seem like he's going to be the guy to be like, okay, like I'm losing a quarter of a second per lap in this one section. I'm going to try to hit the quad. I mean, it's sketchy. You could wipe out. You might not make it. You could case it. But he doesn't seem like the guy that's got that aggression to be able to go out and say, yes, I'm going to do that. Whereas these next few guys that I'm going to talk about, they seem to just disregard life and limb. They're going to hang it out there and see what happens. So that's why we've got Musquin at number 3. Number 2, Jason Anderson. This is the other factory, Baker's factory boy. And my personal rider. You're going to hear a little bit of bias here. But this guy, one of the things he's got going for him is he's pretty much Ricky Bobby in motocross. He's going to win, or he's going to take out the competition and himself on the way to try to win. Every single race, you don't know if he's going to crash out or if he's going to actually succeed and actually do something in that race. It's exciting to see if he can get it all together and if he's going to actually become consistent. But that's where the issue is. That's why he's down here at this spot rather than being ranked any higher, is because he crashes. He crashes into other people, and he's just kind of a wild man out there. He's that guy that will go out and try the quad and see what happens. I mean, he crashes in practice. And I mean, I know other people crash in practice, but this guy's out there hanging it out and going crazy in practice and crashing in like spectacular fashion. I don't know if you guys saw the video of his bike flipping up over the berm and like almost out into the stands, but he just goes totally nuts. So I'd like to see him do well, but I still don't think he's got quite enough to be able to take the next step for the guy that I believe that is going to be the champion this next year, and that being Eli Tomac. Eli Tomac at this point is the only guy that beats Eli. When he shows up to the race and he's on point, it seems like he just happens to land perfectly, not make mistakes, and just be incredibly fast. But then again, that's when he's on point. When he's not on point, he could turn out to be a mid-pack rider. It happens. Last year, he started off slow, which I kind of attribute to... I believe that was to him getting on the new bike and still getting used to the Kawasaki. I believe the year before that he was on the Honda. Not 100% positive, but he was still getting into his own, and when he came on strong, and he felt unbeatable at times. I believe he's actually faster indoors than he is outdoors. And the one negative that I've got going on him is, what's the deal with his bike falling apart all the time? That's my question right there. That Kawasaki, I don't know if he rides it too hard, if it's the way he rides, if he's aggressive, or if Kawasaki's just fall apart. I don't know. But he seems to have brake trouble. He seems to have trouble with just all kinds of different things going wrong with his bike that make him not show up in certain races and make other riders way closer to what he is. So we'll see what happens. You guys, it'd be cool to see in the comments who you guys think are going to be the top 5 this next year when it's all said and done. And anyway, guys, this is Booster, and I'll probably be doing this for each one of the races, giving a little commentary about who has momentum and how I think the next week's going to turn out. And yeah, that'll be that. Anyway, guys, if you've never seen my videos before, go ahead and check out some of my racing videos. I do the outdoor type racing. I won't call it GNCC style because it's usually tighter than that, but the Hare Scramble race series is what I do. Check those out. I think they're pretty cool. If you already know what my video is about, then hey, thanks for watching. Anyway, guys, this is Booster. I'd like to hear what you have to say, and I'll catch you guys later.